Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Tuesday on the Den. It's me, JD. Let's get it going. Okay, so I'm sorry if there's a little bit of noise in the background. My AC unit is on and it is like boiling hot in here. It's like 100 degrees outside, and if that's not on, I'm gonna die. So also I shaved all my hair off. I had a breakdown in how hot it freaking was, so I just decided to shave all my hair off. So there is that. I just wanted to piggyback a little bit off of the video that went up yesterday that was discussing coming out. There has been a lot of issues surrounding sexuality and people coming out and being brave enough to come out, quote unquote, whatever that means. And I actually just celebrated the 9th anniversary of coming out last Friday. It was 9 years ago that I came out, and I wanted to kind of share a little bit about my coming out story to explain where I come from and how I came about coming out. I came out to some very good friends of mine a few months before I actually ended up coming out to a lot of other people in the world. When I did that, I was able to finally discuss who I was openly with somebody for the first time pretty much in my entire life. And when I finally did come out to everybody, I was a little bit intoxicated. Mostly it was serving the purpose of liquid encouragement, but I actually came out to my mom first via email because I was so scared to be disowned basically by my family. And after I came out, my mom was very accepting and open, and there were some strained relationships in other parts of my family, particularly with grandparents. I had some issues with cousins, a little bit more extended family that I'm not going to say doesn't matter, but it's also very important for us to understand that there are going to be people in our lives that simply don't accept or want to accept who we are as we authentically are, and that's going to happen. There are people in certain communities where you can come out and everything is going to be great and there's not going to be any strained relationships, but at the same time we have to be willing to accept and understand that the journey of coming out is not something that a lot of people will understand unless they have to do it themselves. Coming out is terrifying. Coming out is scary. Coming out is one of the biggest moments of a queer person's life, whether you're coming out as asexual, bisexual, gay, lesbian, transgender, intersex. I mean, the spectrum, if you're coming out anywhere on that sexuality and gender spectrum, it's going to be difficult, and there's going to be people that don't want to understand or simply just can't wrap their head around how someone they know is gay, which, shocking, there's a lot of us out there. What I think is really important to know is that there is always going to be another side to coming out. I mean, it's really oversaid, but it gets better. There are days when it's not going to be better. There's going to be days that are worse than others. There's going to be days that are great compared to others. But ultimately, coming out has to be individual. It has to be on your own terms, and it has to be in a way that means something to you in your own community. For somebody to out you or to be outed, or for somebody to take it upon themselves to tell people in your life because of revenge or because they want to hurt you in some way, that is no person that deserves to be in your life. And if you feel like what they did is justified, it has to be justified with you and only you. But for the most part, that's a really shitty thing to do to somebody. And I mean, all of the people in my life and my friends and my family were very understanding. Even when things were tough and certain family members didn't think that it was authentically a part of who I was or that it was a choice. It's important to know that there is always going to be people that underestimate you and think that you're less than anything that you are, and that is very important to recognize because it doesn't change who you are ultimately in the long run. It just makes your journey and your story that much more unique, and you need to be willing to love yourself before you can allow yourself to love others. And I think that you need to be in a good place in order to come out. Unfortunately, that's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to be in a great place to come out. I think that that's also important to recognize. A lot of people think, well, you have a lot of supportive friends, just come out. All of us will be there to support you if it goes bad. It's not that simple. And none of us should think that our story is going to be exactly like anybody else's story, no matter how similar the circumstances are prior to coming out. Every single person has a very different set of experiences in their life, and it's very important to understand that we need to respect everybody, their own journey, and how they come out to their families. It's like I said, it's been 9 years effective last weekend, and if I wouldn't have been able to come out in the way that I needed to come out, I don't know where my life would be differently. Granted, there were a lot of people in my life that were like, yeah, we all know that you're gay. They all thought it was funny. I was like, really, somebody could have told me. If you all know, you could have just told me and saved us a lot of time and grief. But yeah, so I mean, in the long run, let it be your own story. Let it be something that you want to share later on in life. If it goes really terribly, there are people who you can always reach out to, especially here on The Den. We have a great group of guys and a great network of people that you can always turn to for advice, and that we will always be there to talk to. We're all over the world, so there's legitimately somebody awake basically at all times of the night. But make this journey your own. Make coming out be your best opportunity to be your authentic self, and know that whatever happens, there will always be somebody there for you to cry to, or to talk to, or to yell at if you just need to scream. Let somebody know. Just talk to us. Talk to somebody, and do it on your own time. No one here is here to make you come out to anybody. So I hope that that kind of reaches a little bit to somebody, and that you can continue to grow in your own communities and help people within our community be more comfortable with who they are. So I hope you all have a great week. I love all of you. I'm gonna go survive the heat a little bit longer, and I will see you next week on The Den. Bye.